You are not Matt Fraser, and that is not an insult, it's just a reminder. Every day, I see people trying to copy the volume, the intensity, the exercises of these top level athletes. Matt Fraser, Rich Froning, what they did. And they all wonder why they're not improving or they can't do it. Today, I'm going to break down why training like a games athlete for 99% of you is not beneficial. So here's the truth. Matt probably trained 5 to 6, maybe even more hours a day. He had elite coaches helping him out. Everything was built around his training. For us normal people that have other jobs, we fit in training when we can. His life was evolved around when he was training. And like I said, you might have a job, you might have a family, you might not get the greatest sleep because of those other two things. These are things that are not the same for these top level athletes. An easy way for you guys to think about this is like trying to chase down a Formula One car in a Ford Fiesta. You guys are the Ford Fiesta, he's the Formula One car. So the important thing is you shouldn't copy his volume, but his attention to detail is something you could try and copy or just take ideas from. How he moves, how clean his positions are, how he attacks his weaknesses, and how Matt trains all of the basics so relentlessly. Those are the things that can translate to you. You do not need 6 hours of training. You need 1 hour of training, maybe even a little bit less, maybe even a little bit more. You need to attack your weaknesses. You need to hit the basics as hard as possible. And you need to enjoy it because your life does not depend on it. We do this for fun. So start enjoying your training. You're going to get a lot more out of your training if you do so. And before you try and copy exactly what Matt, Rich, any of these athletes try and do, ask yourself this one question. How close are you to that person? Because you're light years away. That is not a bad thing. That is not an insult. So trying to copy exactly what he's doing when you're that far away from him does not make sense. But here's what you should do instead. Squat well. Deadlift well. Push and pull well. Master some hollow and arch positions when you're doing your gymnastics. And enjoy mastering the basics. Sometimes they are boring, but the more you understand that these are the things that make everything else so much better, the more you're going to start to improve. The next thing you can do is start training with intent. This is something you can copy off Matt. Every single rep Matt did, he had maximum intent. He wanted to make it as perfect, as good as possible, as hard as possible, every single thing he did. This is what you can do, especially if you're low on time. Training as hard as you can and using that 45 to 90 minutes of training and putting as much effort in as possible, that's how you're going to actually improve. Because you're shorter on time, so this matters even more to you. Just think more about intent rather than volume. Stop copying what you see online is the next thing you can do, and just do the basics. 99% of people that are doing well are doing that, and they're just doing it really well, consistently, all year round. Listen to your coach. Matt had a coach for certain things. Look where it got him, okay? Everyone has a coach, doesn't matter how good you are. So to close up, you are not Matt Fraser, and that is not a bad thing. You don't need to be him to be stronger or fitter. You need a plan that matches your level, your goals, and your lifestyle. And if you want help with that, then you can drop me a message and I'll help you out.